What's going on, guys, and welcome back to xTechGaming Road to the Stanley Cup. We're still waiting for that one cup win. It happened last year. It happened in 2016. I believe the team was the Denmark Ducks, and we're not allowed to use the name Denmark anymore, but it has happened. I'm waiting for it to happen this year. If you missed last episode, we brought back the Atlanta Flames, and it was terrible. We did not do very well at all, so the Atlanta Flames, they should probably stay a franchise that has been kicked out of the NHL. They should stay exactly where they are, not in the league. This time we have a couple of special packs. We have 4 exactly. Now I'm going to open up all 4 of them, and if we end up needing extra players, these 2 Gold Plus packs will be our reserve packs. Now our MVP from the last episode is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. If you guys remember him, he is one of those international player of the game that we pulled, and he was actually pretty good. He's going to be 87 overall for this time, so we got our first line left winger. Now let's go ahead and open up these packs and get things started. Again, getting a goaltender is probably the most crucial thing that you could get, and hopefully we get it here in pack number 1. A lot of good players right off the bat. Tyler Myers, Drew Stafford. We actually get a goalie. There you go. I didn't even see that. Michael Neuvirth. That's awesome. Michael Neuvirth, Tyler Myers, Drew Stafford. Not bad. Nail Yakupov. I will take that. We got 2 goalies. Our goalies are set already. That has never happened. All right, going into pack number 2. Let's skip it. Cam Talbot. Oh man, we're getting goalies on goalies. This is awesome. Jonathan Huberdeau, Patrick Berglund, Carl Soderberg. All these 85s. That's going to help out tremendously. Robin Lehner. Where have all these goalies been? Oh my god, now I gotta choose which goalie is the best. We got 4 in 2 packs. Oh my god, that's fantastic. Alright, now we're getting into the big guns. For the first time in a while, we've had all our goalies set. I mean, I'd like to get someone who's like 86, 87 overall, but pretty much all we need is 1 more winger and 3 centermans and a bunch of defensemen. So we're definitely gonna have to use these 2 packs. 20 items, 7 gold rare players. So these ones, they're big. These guys are big guns. Now we're gonna go ahead and skip this one pretty quickly. Gonna see all the way at the back. I didn't see anything yet. I did see a ghost though. That's gonna help out for sure. And we got Stone from Pack Attack. This guy's a beast. Antti Ranta, another goalie. Oh my god. We got Ghost. He's gonna be awesome. Mike Fisher's not that bad. Brandon Dubinsky's pretty good. Andrew Ladd. Oh man, this is fantastic. Brandon Peary, Dion Phaneuf, Brian Elliott, all the goalies. We got Franz Nielsen, Jason Zucker, and Andy Green. So that's pretty good. Our team doesn't really have any superstars, but we have a bunch of really decent players, and we still have 1 more pack to go. Okay, so our team is kind of complete. It's really not that great, actually. We need some firepower up front. All we have is, like, our first line right now is looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Brandon Dubinsky, and Jonathan Huberdeau. It's not good for our first line. We need some firepower. Our defense is not that bad, but I'm hoping that we get some big offensive firepower in this pack. We're gonna go a couple items at a time here. We need a big player. Give me a team of the week. Give me something big. Benoit Pouliot, not really what I'm looking for. Roman Josi. Okay, wow, that is a hell of a card. That's gonna help out our defensive core, but I need some goal scoring. I will take Roman Josi though. None of those guys will make the squad. Johnny Boychuk, another really good defenseman. Brandon Saad. Okay, I'll take that. Adam Larson as well. That's going to give some goal scoring. David Perron, and let's just get the rest of the thing done. Thomas Vanek. Okay. All right, that's not that bad. Seth Jones will probably take as well. Okay, this was a really good pack. This was a hell of a pack. We're still lacking on the offensive prowl. I want to go with 1 more pack. Hail Mary for that Ovechkin. Give me someone just to score some goals. Eric Fair, not going to do it. Brandon Sutter, Alex Radulov, maybe we'll throw him in there. Maybe. Okay, you know what? Wasn't a great pack. Maybe Radulov will make the team just because I know he can score some goals. Let's go ahead and throw this all into a franchise mode. So this team name was suggested by Sports Games, and he said the Chicago Tacos. Now I couldn't find a taco logo, so I went with the pylon. It really doesn't make any sense, but I stuck with the name because I think it's awesome. The Chicago Tacos, it sounds great. So look at our team, 94, 94, 87. When I was putting all the players onto the team, I realized, wow, we're gonna have a lot of high overall guys. You can see here, we're gonna go no to that. Andrew Ladd, this is not how it's gonna be at all. I'm gonna change this all up, but Andrew Ladd, Dubinsky, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We got Vanek, Nielsen, Huberdeau, Brendan Saad. We got Carl Soderberg from Pack Attack, Patrick Berglund, Stafford, Sutter, and Radulov. So we have a lot of offensive power. I didn't even realize. I think Ladd's going to end up going there. It's going to go Huberdeau, Nielsen, Vanek, Rudolph. It's going to go the two Columbus boys. We're going to go Brendan Saad and Dubinsky. I think that's about good. Radulov's kind of iffy on the fourth line, and maybe I'll throw him there just for right now because he is a natural right winger, and Berglund's a right winger, but doesn't really matter. I want to score a lot of goals, but one thing that's going to help us not allow a ton of goals is our awesome defense. Roman Josi, Seth Jones, Ghost, Myers, Phaneuf, and Larson. That is pretty much the perfect defensive core. That's amazing. I actually think about going to do that. Put him on the left side with Josi. No, that doesn't really make sense. I'm going to keep it the way it was. And as for the goaltending, which is definitely our weakest point on this entire team, Brian Elliott and Robin Lehner. So two goalies can definitely get it done. I'm feeling pretty confident. I think we're a definite playoff team, but again, stranger things have happened. I've had teams that are way better than this that don't actually do anything and actually miss the postseason. So looks like we've got a home and home here against the Hawks to open it up. I did take out the Nashville Predators because I did take one of their best players, which was obviously Roman Josi, so I thought I would substitute them. We usually lose the first game. That's how it usually goes. First period, 1-0 Jonathan Toews on Brian Elliott. Period number 2, 1-0 still. Third period, and Jordan Tutu of all people, of course, because we always lose the first game. That's just how it is. That's just, you go into it, you know what's going to happen in the first game. You know you're going to lose, and I think that we got to come back with a big victory here, and then I'll go ahead and simulate a whole bunch of games. Come on, guys, let's go against the Hawks. Period number 1, Drew Stafford, let's go. Period number 2, 2-1, Thomas Vanek. And third period, of course they tied up with a minute left, and we lose in a shootout. Fantastic. I'll see you guys in 25 games. So we started off a little bit slow, but we really picked it up there throughout the last, I think, 10 games there. But our division looks really good this year with Chicago, and Colorado's only lost like 7 games all year. You can see here we're 4th in the division with 32 points. But I mean, you go on a couple game streak, and boom, you're going to be right up there with the Hawks. So first in points is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with 8 goals and 16 helpers. Right behind him, Carl Soderberg. Wow. Roman Josi, where's all our big guns? Where's like Brandon Saad? There you go, 17 points. Dubinsky only 15. So maybe the first line needs to be shuffled around a little bit. What's going on there? Maybe I'll shuffle it around. Looks like our second line seems to be doing pretty decent. As for the goaltenders, how's everyone doing here? Brian Elliott's got 3 shutouts. He's 11-6, and Robin Lehner is 3-1. So I mean, I'm not going to touch anything right yet. If we start losing a couple games, maybe I'll have to jump in there, but I'll see you guys at the 50 game mark. So this is the 50th game. We got a pretty good record, 27-14-8, up against a big test here in the 31-15-2 Penguins. This is going to be a test if we can beat a good team in the postseason. First period, 2-1 Crosby, and he actually gets 2. Dubinsky gets 1, so the first line centers are coming to play. Period number 2, Phil Kessel, and that is how this one's going to end. Even though we outshot them, we lose to Pittsburgh. I think that's because our goaltending just isn't that great, unfortunately. We are tied for second in our division, but you look there, 2 points kind of separate number 2 from number 4. So a very, very tight division here. Taking out Nashville maybe wasn't the best idea because this division is so tight. But points-wise, you got Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He's killing it there with 49 points. Roman Josi right behind him, so that's awesome to have a big defenseman there. You can almost guarantee he's going to be the MVP for next episode. Brandon Saad with 36, Carl Soderberg with 34. I mean, everyone seems to be producing at a decent pace. I mean, a lot of players have points. We have, how many players here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players with 20 or more points. It's not really that bad at all. Let's go ahead here, check out the goaltenders. He's got 2 assists, 4 shutouts. Robin Lehner is kind of trailed off a bit, 4-3, but Brian Elliott is doing his job, 23-12. I think we just got to get the last 30 games done here, and we should be a playoff team. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know, but we should be in the postseason, which is a nice change. All right, we're in the 82nd game of the season, and it looks like it's going to be a game that could be a must-win. This could decide whether we get home ice advantage or not going into the playoffs against a divisional rival in the Winnipeg Jets. Pretty much a similar record. They have more regulation losses, but let's go here. This is a big game. I don't think we've won a slow sim game all year, so hopefully we can change it around here in game 82. First period, 2-0, Thomas Vanek and Rudolph. Period number 2. Okay, 3-1, Brian Little gets one, but Huberto gets another. 5-2, Rudolph gets a second, Vanek gets his second, and we finally win a slow sim game. And I'm pretty sure we're in the playoffs. 99.9%, 100% actually. Who do we got in round number 1? The San Jose Sharks. All right, so let's see how everyone did here throughout the season. We ended up finishing 4th. Wow. So I mean, that's just how tight the division is. We would have lost there. We would have been, and we still would have been in a playoff spot, but I think that would have advanced Winnipeg. So that was pretty much a must-win for Winnipeg, and they blew it. Oh man, that sucks. 81 points. I think that's a record. Is that a record? I gotta go back and check really quickly. I think the record is 77 points, and it is. Rudolph hit 81, 30 goals, 51 assists. We have a new most points in one season. Finally, Logan Couture held that record for so long, but he's got 81. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Rudolph, baby. He's a legend. Roman Josi right behind him with 61 points. I mean, you could even make a case for Brandon Saad to be the MVP. He had 59 points. That's big. Carl Soderberg with 53 points. That's pretty surprising. Franz Nielsen there with 25 goals. That's awesome. You see here, I mean, our first line center kind of struggled a little bit, but as for everybody else, they seem to be doing pretty decent here. Let's have a look at the goaltenders, and then we will get into the postseason. So Brian Elliott, I mean, you could put him in the case for the Vezina this year. 41-22 with 4 shutouts. That's amazing. Robin Lehner didn't get a whole lot of ice, only 13 games. Brian Elliott played 70, 32 years old. The guy's a vet. We can throw a vet there into 70 games. That's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and get the postseason underway. Now, I am going to slow sim a couple of games here. I want to slow sim the elimination games, and right away we have a tie series here, 1-1. We won it in overtime, then we got shut out in game number 2, and again a 2-all series here. Come on, this is a must-win game, guys. A must-win game against the Sharks. 2-0. That's what I'm talking about. Brian Elliott, baby. There you go. Going into game number 6, hopefully going to get rid of the Sharks in 6 games. First period, 2-1, Dubinsky and Ghost. Period number 2, 4-2. All right, we got a comfortable lead here going into the third. 6-5. No way. They force a game 7. Oh my God. We allow 4 goals in the third. Brian Elliott, I was hyping you up to be this incredible goalie, and you do that? Oh my God. Wow. Okay, well, that's not really what I was expecting. Now we are back on the road at the SAP Center, a hard arena to play in. The Shark Tank. This sucks. Let's go. Period number 1. Oh, 2-0. Carlson and Jumbo Joe. Period number 2. Okay, we get 1, but they're still up. Man, Rudolph has been just killing it for us. This is not ideal at all. If they get 1 more, it's all over. Come on, guys. Roach shooting him like crazy. Martin Jones playing like a beast, but Franz Nielsen gets 1. He gets 1. Okay, we're back into this. We just need to get 1 more, guys. No, not the Teenage Mutant Ninja Hurdle. Thomas Hurdle gets 1. They restore the 2-goal lead, and wow, I cannot believe this. This is ridiculous. After such a good year, we get bounced in round number 1. Wow, the simulation hates us. That's all it takes, eh? Wow, 4-2, and that's how it ends. And we had the lead going into game 6. We could have iced it. We had 2 chances to ice it. Wow, that is such a kick in the nuts. Well, that sucks. That's such a disappointment, man. We had such a good year. The simulation hates us. I think that's it. They just really do not like us whatsoever. Well, good luck to San Jose. Hopefully they can go get their cup. But that sucks. Well, another disappointment. The Chicago Tacos, a great year, a great logo, a great team, all gone to nothing. So let's have a look at the playoff tree. So as you can see here that New Jersey actually won the cup, which is ridiculous. New Jersey versus Colorado in the Stanley Cup final in year number 1. Simulation, what are you doing? That is like 98 to 2003 all over again, with Colorado and New Jersey being so dominant. But you can see there the Sharks got past us in round number 1. They pushed it to game 7 against Calgary and they beat them. They moved on to the Western Conference final, got beat out by Colorado, and then the Devils took care of the Avs in 6 games. Wow, that is a big disappointment. I really didn't think that we were going to get bounced in round number 1. I thought we had a legitimate chance there, but I mean, with the team that we had, that's just a huge disappointment. So let's have a look at our all-time record here. The Chicago Tacos has been a disappointment, and I'm a little bit upset about that. But all-time record here, we're 294, 222, and 57. So almost at that 300 win mark, but we still are over a 500 record, which is nice. The MVP is going to be Roman Josi. Getting a big giant defenseman like that is going to be awesome. He's going to be 92 overall for the next time, and we have a new point leader with 81 points. It is going to be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That is awesome. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you want the next team name to be, and I'll credit you with it in the next video. I don't know what it is with the simulation, man. It just hates us. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.